right, it is that time. We will go ahead and get started. Welcome to FTX 9725. Ooh, I am not streaming. Give me a second.
Noob.
True. All right, so tonight we are going to be executing objectives that were based on squadron leadership selection. So for VF-31, that's going to be air-to-ground laser-guided bombing. For VFA-154, SEAD tasking. VMFA 232, you guys are going to be doing some air-to-ground strikes with different types of bombs. Expect laser-guided, GPS, dumb bombs, all that. And 14th, you guys are going to be doing near-peer air-to-air. So for the area of operations tonight, we have Knight, Felix, and Devil operating up here inside of Russia. Got the carrier strike group down here off the coast of Georgia. And then we have 14th operating on the eastern side of Georgia, right on the Russian border. For Ronin, you guys are doing that near peer cap, so I would highly recommend just patrolling along the border here and expect things to happen as you do so. There is an active SA-10 inside of this area between the air bases where you can expect OP-4 aircraft to launch from, so you will not want to push too far into Russian airspace. For your guys' side, you do have a Patriot right outside of Kobaleti that is defending that area as well. So if you can pull OP-4 aircraft towards that Patriot, you can definitely utilize that as a defensive barrier. For Knight, Felix, and Devil, again operating up here in the inside of Russia. For Knight, we're going to be the first ones in, conducting SEAD on the SA-3, 10, and 11 that are operating in that area. We'll have Felix coming in behind for air-to-ground strikes on some naval assets. Those naval assets do not have active air defenses, so it's really only the SA-3, 10, and 11 that we have to play with. And then finally, Devil will be hitting a airfield inside of that area as well. So looking at the weather tonight, it will be a night operation, but we do have a full moon, have few clouds at 7,000 overall. Pretty good night to fly. Moon is super bright, nice and high up in the sky. For communication, just make sure you're looking out for crossroads messages as always. And then Knight, Felix, and Devil will be coordinating on Strike 1. Mission start time will be 0000 local. Clear to engage all targets at will. Got bulls at Sochi. For AWACS, we do have Wizard and Darkstar that are up tonight. For all of our naval and marine assets, I would monitor Wizard, but not, well, don't need to actively monitor it if you only have 2 radios in the case of Felix. I would not expect an air threat up in our area. And then Ronin, you guys will definitely want to monitor Darkstar. Do have several tankers up in the air tonight. Got Texaco up for Ronin, and then we do have 3 shells up for Naval and Marine Corps assets, and finally we have Arco for the recovery tanker. As for a timeline tonight, we do expect Knight to ingress into the AO first and eliminate that SAM threat before our follow-on assets come in. Knight will make a dark helmet call over Strike 1, which will tell Felix and Devil that they are good to push, and that the enemy SAM presence is eliminated. For Ronin, you guys have no constraints whatsoever. Again, I would just patrol that border and then see what happens. Outside of that, Dustin, anything to add to your end before we break it down to the squadron level?
The only thing that we haven't shown yet is the carrier slide. So the launch priority would be Night, so that way they can all get off the deck and start their tasking before we're even off the boat, or at least get the head start. And then after that, it will go Felix and Devil.
Okay, are we planning on conga line protocol, or do you want us to wait?
We are going to be implementing the deck crew tonight, so
for a test.
Yep. We're gonna we did a little bit of a stress test the other night, and all appears like it'll work, but everybody's got to play accordingly. So maybe when Knight starts to work on their taxi, they just announce it on the deck channel. Was that button one?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we're gonna be doing that, then the conga line's probably not a thing. So we're gonna have to wait for spawn slots. Is where I'm coming from.
Yes, that's correct. But I mean, we're gonna try this out tonight and see how it works. But as long as everybody gets in, and I mean, as soon as Knight's up and ready, we're gonna taxi.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just listen on Discord for that, you guys, because that way we're not just banging away at spawn slots. That's all I'm trying to avoid.
Okay, tracking. Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll let you know as soon as we are taxing.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. I break it down into squadrons, and good luck.
Mids Bravo check 202. Got your limit drop. Screen jet taxiing. Taxiing via deck crew.
Good check.
Alright, 201 screen jet.
Two zero zero lighting up Cat 4. Two zero zero attention Cat 4 switching. 2's up in the air. Leaving carrier airspace, switching.
203, passing 2.5 Q.
Lead, this is 2.
Yep.
Interrogative, anyway, I can take one tonight. I don't have my
button 3 for departure anymore.
A-firm. We are.
Roger that, had you read you guys on button 1 for your departure calls.
And lead interrogative, was that a firm that I can take lead due to my equipment issue?
A-firm.
Hey, something real good to know. If you do not put your goggles on before you start moving, like I tried to do it on the CAD, it won't let you. I don't think Wilson loaded his comms card.
It's a 2-button process.
These are facts.
Yeah, I gotta turn down the volume. It sounds like you guys are screaming.
Prerogative, are you off the boat?
Affirm, 7 miles off the boat.
Copy that. I'm 75 out from steer point 2, climbing through flight level 190. I'll level off at flight level 200.
Copy, I'm 25 miles behind you.
Copy. I'll keep it slow at 280 for rejoin. Clear rejoin trail 1 mile, yardstick up.
2, standby for yardstick.
.99 all stations. Poseidon is sunrise. Did we ever decide on a common carrier mids?
No, not yet.
Copy that.
I guess 5, but I don't know.
I don't know what the max is, but if we could do it something like 99, that would be perfect. And then just tell every F-18 when you're coming back to the boat, go 99, it's Bravo.
Well, it starts at default to 127, so I think you can do 99. Let me try. Yeah, you sure can.
Do you happen to know what Devil's mids are?
Not off the top of my head. Probably catch him on strike.
Devil, Poseidon, you copy? Off-com, switching mids Alpha 10. Devil, Knight, 1-1.
Central.
Hey, talking to my XO. Let's plan on pushing all 18s when we're coming back to the boat tonight on Niner, mids Bravo.
Six months. Copy.
Off net, Tango Mike. Night 2, Night 1.
2 copied on. Night 2.
Hey, Night 2, just spoke with Devil. We're gonna try something, since we do zip lip-flops. All 18s, when we're coming back to the boat, are gonna monitor mids Bravo, channel 9er. Mids Bravo, channel 9er, just so we can keep track of when people are getting into the stack and stuff without talking over the other frequency.
Locally dokely.
Can I switch TACAN to tanker?
Okay, firm.
Alright, and coupling up to the tanker.
2's coupled to tanker, 83 miles.
Leads coupled to tanker, 65 miles. Got you 13 miles to my rear. One's gonna go ahead and accelerate to 300 and we'll rejoin on tanker.
2.
And let's go ahead and ascend down to
Night 1, Night 2.
Night 1.
As far as comms plans go for the future, if you want to be able to monitor a night net and a CVN wide net, we could start using the aux as the intraflight again. Just some food for thought.
Only problem with that is that the 14s don't have mids.
Roger that. If you convince them it's a point of pride, they might go along with it.
night and ammo stations, night elements are arriving at tankers, time in.
Looks like Felix had some problems, maybe, disconnecting.
That's interesting.
Shell 111, request rejoin. Shell 111, request rejoin.
Switch is safe, nose cold.
Shell 111, request rejoin. Shell 11, proceed to pre-contact at 20,000 at 270.
Nose cold, switch to safe.
Night 1-1 nose cold, switch is safe. Moving into pre-contact left. Should turn his lights on.
His lights are on.
Well, fuck me then.
Or maybe they're not. Up, I see him. Just heading to your right.
I see him at Jahemix.
Return pre-contact.
I was hoping that would turn the lights on. There he goes.
Beautiful.
Alright, I'm a mile back. I'll move to starboard position.
Ready, pre-contact. Return pre-contact. Ready, pre-contact. Clear contact. Contact. You're taking fuel. Ready, pre-contact. Return pre-contact. Ready, pre-contact. Return pre-contact. Ready, pre-contact. Return pre-contact. Ready, pre-contact. Return pre-contact. Ready, pre-contact. Cleared contact. Transfer complete. Disconnect. Contact. You're taking fuel. Return pre-contact.
Are you done?
No. Headset's giving me problems tonight. Keeps disconnecting at the most inopportune times and then it reconnects.
All good.
It disconnected right as the turn started, so hang on, let me get back in there.
That was stupid.
What happened?
It switched baskets on me.
That's fun.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
I say we spot the SA-10 site and save our towels for the SA-11 and just come in low level on the 10.
Roger.
Which will be exciting without night vision.
Oh, you don't have night vision?
No, that's why I asked to take lead. So, good thing to note. Once you start moving with deck crew, you cannot equip night vision. Because I recognized it as I was pulling up to the cat, and it wouldn't let me change it, even when I was set on the cat.
Oh, I see what you meant. Well, better find that out now than a real op.
Yeah, true.
Transfer complete. Disconnect.
Beautiful. Night 2, this is night 1. We are refuel complete.
T1. T1's on the hose with T2. 2-3's an observation. Will only be done by mics.
Hey, interrogative, do you guys want us to push ahead of you since we're going after the 10?
A-firm, you guys can push ahead. We can save our towels for sort of once the emitters are turned on for another.
Copy that.
Interrogative, are you guys running towels in your loadout at all?
That's a firm. Just a heads up though, I'm going to want to approach it from a different angle than what we're currently on, so we're going to fly heading 270 for 5 mics before we flow in. Mark.
Did you just give me the hack call?
A firm.
Roger, I got 29 minutes and 30 seconds past the hour for hack.
A firm. 2, pickup speed 350.
That works well for us.
1 mile
If your
per
towels wake them up, ours
and
will
heading 270.
confuse them in the middle and probably help exhaust anything that's still out.
Hey, interrogative, do you think we should keep any towels in reserve for the SA-11, or are you guys going to go after the SA-11 first with your harms? We plan on doing a low-level pop for the SA-10.
If you want us to go for the SA-11 instead of the SA-10, we can do that. Although I think we were going to go for the SA-3 based on our waypoints, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's a firm. You guys have the SA-3, but since that's a shorter range, can you guys target the SA-11 initially?
Will do. We don't have an exact location on it though, so it'll be TOO.
Yeah, a firm. Are you guys carrying any JDAMs, or are you just planning on pre-briefing the SA-3?
We can pre-brief the SA-3. We're running 3 Magnums and 3 Trojans. We can pre-brief the SA-3, keep 2 in reserve for the SA-11, and tentatively we'll just TOO on the SA-11 if it turns on.
Copy all. Take a mic. 99 all stations. Night elements are currently finishing up refueling, and Night 1 will be flowing in to strike the SA-10 in the T plus 3 mics.
One, do you have your
6 copies.
do you have your yardstick on?
Phoenix 1 copies.
Affirm.
One, do you have your yardstick?
Affirm. 30 Yankee is what I have on.
Alright, copy. Showing you 2.5 miles, say speed.
Speed 350 in the box.
Copy.
At 03430, go ahead, fence in, air to ground, go dark, and start flow in towards steer point 4. Brake. Stay at altitude until we can visualize the SA-10 in our T-pod. Hopefully that happens before he shoots at us. If he starts spiking you, disengage and go down to low level before turning back in.
217, request rejoin.
All players, Phoenix established. HP Learjet.
Night 1, Night 2, 1. I can see that our WES waypoint is pretty much directly on the SA-10's threat ring. We're probably not going to follow that waypoint, and we'll just use the threat ring as a WES waypoint somewhere along its line, somewhere to the west.
Copy all. All players, Night 1, flowing in to strike SA-10. Time now. Leads fenced in, state 11.2.
2's fenced in, 11.7.
Here goes nothing. What do you think? Actively jam? Or keep it on receive? We really don't need the radar.
No, not really.
One going music on. What do you think? Dump our towels, try to drain it a little bit?
Yeah, you're the only one with towels right now.
Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, I'm going to full throttle and climb up to 300, and then I will dump my towels off once we get a little closer. I have eyes on the SA-10 site. I'm going to target the low altitude radar, which is on the far west side for my initial.
Copy. I'll target the radar on the right.
Night 2, this is 1. We're 50 miles out. We have eyes on SA-10 site. 911's about to deploy Trojans.
Copy that. Showing 4 minutes from being able to drop. Interrogative, do you think the Trojans for the SA-10 site will be able to turn on the SA-3 as well, or are they too dispersed?
High probability that they will.
Alright, we'll start vectoring in now for a pre-brief on the SA-3. Our only concern is, because it has such a short range, is that the harms might not turn on in time to do a good flight path, given that they only has a 13-mile range.
Copy. If not, we'll probably get them spiking us too as we get out of there. 911 Trojan times 3. I got my target locked in. I'm taking it low level.
2's proceeding low level.
What's the button to get your radar altimeter on your HUD again? I have the switch flipped.
Go out from barrel to radar, RDR.
RDR.
Make sure you have... Yeah, make sure you have something in your radio altimeter on the bottom right. You have to have some value in there for it to give you on the HUD. Alright, so I'm being launched on.
Altitude. Altitude.
Alright, I'm going defensive.
What's going defensive as well?
Alright, defeated, I'm turning back in.
Night 2, this is 1. We were engaged by multiple SA-10 launchers. We're turning into re-engage.
Copy that.
Alright, I'm holding 40 feet. This is 1, we're 20 miles out, extreme low level, 2 mics from drop.
Take 2-1 copies.
Hey, when I drop, I'm gonna flow out left and try to use the mountains to hide.
Choose defensive. Magnum.
Additional launches. One popping. Taxi via deck group. Night 2, sit rep.
Night 2-1, we're shifting to try and target your SA-10. According to your -2 assessments, we're inconclusive. So we're trying to take out the track radar on the SA-10.
Take a Mike.
Two's defending, 2 away. Two's defending, 2 away.
Double 6-1 established. Whole point Lurgit.
200. Attention, Cat 1 switch.
One, 2's hit ejecting.
Copy. Night 2, this is Night 1-1. Be advised, Night 1-2 was downed. Night 1-1 is inbound, but 180 out from the AM.
Night 2-1, copy all. Night 2-1's outbound. We're possibly going to do a dry run with 6 Trojans. Night 2 Magnum, SA-10.
99 off stations, sit rep from Night. Night continues to engage the SA-10. Will advise for shortly.
Magnum, SA.
It was a Magnum on SA-6. Correction, SA-10. 2-1's gonna dry running with Trojans momentarily. Rest of my flight's vectored out from running with Magnums.
Copy all.
Believe I momentarily had eyes on the site behind a large hill next to a body of water with some ships moored there. I did not see any smoke pillars or plumes, so no, didn't look like any launches or shacks.
Copy all. Night 2, any updates?
Trojan employment and 5 mics.
All players, Night is deploying Trojans and re-engaging SA-10.
Anchored, hold point, Learjet.
Felix, same.
Night 2-1, 3 Trojans away. Magnum SA-10. Night 204, 3 away. Night 2-2, self-protect, the Magnum SA-11. Night 2-1, Magnum times 2, 2 times SA-11.
Looks like there's a SA-11 launcher inside the bay and one on the coast near the SA-10.
Roger, we've got at least 3 Magnums on the air for at least 2 SA-11s.
Confirmed 1 shacked. Interrogative, is SA-10 down?
At this time, I believe 20 miles away when we launched some of those Magnums, if the track radar is still up, then they've run out of missiles.
Copy.
I do not have a confirmed check on an SA-10 track radar, but I figure they would have shot at us by now.
99 all stations, sit rep from night. SA-10 site, believed disabled at this time. Multiple SA-11s down, cleaning up, and we will clear aircraft in momentarily.
.204 Magnum Way on SA-3.
Back, Snowdrift. How close are we to Dark Helmet?
I was about to call it out now.
Copy all.
Strike 1, Old Night 2, fly Arizona, Dark Helmet.
99 all stations, Poseidon passes Dark Helmet.
Devil 6 copies. Devil 7 copies. Alright boys, let's fence in, air to ground, and we'll make our way out there. Is headed back to Shell 3 to top off before returning to Mom.
Interrogative, do you guys still have any munitions on board?
We're completely Winchester.
Copy all, I'm staying overhead. Phoenix Poseidon.
Go for Felix.
Felix, just confirming you guys also tallied the dark helmet.
Felix confirmed dark helmet pushing.
Fishing off nets, contact Shell 3. One from two.
One.
Hey, I'm just getting back online. What do you need?
At this point, everything's taken out. I'm just hanging out here with one harm left, monitoring the area, but nothing emitting at this time. Just getting some video of the bombing shit.
Copy. If there's nothing else, I'll probably shut down.
Copy all.
1, Dart 11, defending north.
Night 1-1 moving to engage. Felix, visual on it.
Altitude. Flight controlled. Flight controlled.
Felix, Night 1-1. Engaging the SA-11 site. Night 1-1, believe SA-11 neutralized.
Get extra check.
Altitude. Altitude.
Fix flight commencing the attack run on the ships.
night 1, night 2.
Night 1.
Interrogative, would you prefer I just go with the AI marshal instructions, or do you want me to just push straight into the deck and I might be able to marshal and wave some aircraft as well?
Push the time and you can marshal.
Felix, Tiger, make sure you're adhering to block altitudes.
Copy that.
We're blocking right now, 20 to 22.
Phoenix copies orbiting at blocks 2426. Flight off target now, flying back to Mother.
Aircraft, Double 6, Winchester to ground, flowing to Tanker.
Night 1-1 flowing out towards Tanker. let me know when you're on the deck.
Wilco, I might also jump into Air Boss once I'm on the deck, so I might not be able to monitor mids past that point.
Yeah, just let me know when you're down, in case I'm getting to the carrier so I can call in.
Wilco, I'm gonna push as soon as I hit 2-3 DME, so that'll probably be 43 minutes past the hour.
Copy it, I'm switching over to 99 on Bravo. Checking in 99 Bravo.
Read you, Lima Charlie, 9er on mids Bravo.
Shell 111. Request rejoin. Shell 1-1. Proceed to pre-contact at 20,000 at 270.
Bingo. 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 Bingo.
Next flight is off station, currently RTV.
Shell 1-1, Night 1-1, approaching. Observation left, currently 9.2 miles out, so just safe, no scope. Pacific, moving recontact port 911, moving recontact starboard.
Ready, recontact. Clear contact. Contact. You're taking fuel.
Fuel low. Fuel low.
Ready,
Night 1, Night 2-1 is on deck.
Return pre-contact. Ready, recontact. Clear contact.
Bingo. Bingo.
Shell 116. Request rejoin. Shell 11. Chicks in tow. 1 mile trail at 19,000.
Bingo. Bingo.
Contact. Return pre-contact. Contact. Return pre-contact.
Bingo. Bingo.
Abort rejoin.
Bingo. Bingo.
Contact. You're taking fuel. Return pre-contact. 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 Contact. You're taking fuel. Transfer complete. Disconnect.
Yeah, 662, sliding underneath and right starboard. Observation.
Shell 117. Request rejoin. Shell 11. Proceed to pre-contact at 20,000 at 270. report rejoin.
911, moving observation right. And 911 exiting formation and head to mother. And Poseidon sunset.
Ball 4.8. Roger ball. Little high. Line up left. Drifting left, little power. Rudder. Green deck, LA.
We have on button 3 for right now.
204, Hornet ball, 5.1. It's got the automated wiggles. It's having issues right now. Negative. Roger ball. Roger ball. Lined up left. Need to come way right for line up. Approaching center line. Little power. Little power.
Alright, subs on the flat as well, so when I found catch check in, I'll make them.
204, green deck.
To establish the engine stand.
102, established angels, 1035, say 6.3.
Marshal's gonna sunset for 2 mics, need to reslot.
I-11, 661.
911.
My boys are just about wrapping up with getting some home fuel, and we'll be headed to the boat.
Copy that. 911's about to call into the stack. I'm currently 53 miles out. And it sounds like we have 14s in the stack, and Night 2 is already on the deck.
Excellent.
104 established on Angels 11.
Marshall 200, marking mops 337-450, Angels 18.5, state 8.1. Marshall back on station. 104, established Angels 12, state 6.0. Marshall 200, marking mops 337-445, Angels 18.5, state 7.5. Marshall on that 113, 28 DME, Angels 13. Expected approach time is 23.
Commencing.
102, commencing, state 6.0, altimeter 29. Marshall, update state and your position in the Marshall stack.
Marshall, can we send last?
Uh, 104, update state and your position in the Marshall stack.
State 5.7, and we are established, Angels 11, running inbound.
9166, are we using the in-game for getting our altitude and DME and all that?
Yep, A5.9.
6 copy.
Established Angels 12.
Marshall status.
200. Currently on the downwind to get into my Marshall stack, Angels 13 to ADM.
Marshall, copy all. 102, fly bullseye.
102.
102, elevator contact, 8 miles. 102.
Is it normal for the AI to bug out with close repetitions?
102, believe I have you low and left.
Affirm.
02, report inbound, resuming mission.
200. Established Angels 13.5. State 6.0.
200 established. Angels 13, state 6.0.
Marshall 603. March Box 316. 445. Angels.
99, Marshall, be advised all my map equipment is bent, so I'm going by what you guys have got in the plat cam. Everything else is bent.
105, commencing. 104, platform.
605. Marshall 113. 31 DME. Angels 104. Expected approach time is 32. Marshall 606. March Box 315. 415. Angels 18. Holding azimuth 601. 604. Low state 7.4. 100.
That's already telling me to establish and commence. I haven't even called in. Last call, a repeat message.
105. Commencing. State 5.6. Altimeter 29.74. Marshall 603. March Box 316. 430. Angels 20. Holding azimuth 602. 605. Low state 5.8.
102, believe I have you lined up left, little high.
601. 604. Low state 7.3.
Approaching center line on Clays. 102, you copy on the snap. 102, lined up left.
Request navigation assistance.
Marshall 603. March Box.
Little right for lineup.
102, Tom Capital, 5.2.
Roger ball, little right for lineup, little power.
Marshall 606. March Box 080.
Right for lineup. Right for lineup. Right for lineup, don't s-
Hey, interrogative, why you guys keep boarding it?
Filed. Say again?
Why do you guys
Because
keep
the shit's fucking borked. We can't get our readbacks from Mother on what our stack's supposed to be.
When one person calls in, it gives it to all three of us. I can't even call in because when one of my two call in, it's telling me I can either call established, commencing, or all that other shit. I don't get to call in.
Yes, that's affirmative. You don't call in individually. All you do is you get your flight leads information, and then the next person is plus 1,000 feet, plus 1 minute. and then individually, as you commence, you'll call commencing individually, and then it will recognize individual aircraft.
Yeah, but for Devil 7, I can't even get the calling because someone else is, calling in a command, and then I don't even get a readback from Mother.
Marshall 603, launch bombs 317, walking, Angels 20, holding has been 602, 605, low state.
104, say DME.
Green deck for 3 miles and we are established.
Fly the ball.
104, roger.
Marshall, can I get an updated state and your position in the stack? Roger, ball. Drifting left on glide slope. You lined up left, a little right for line up, little power. On center line. Don't settle. Drifting left. Foul. Marshall, update state, DME. Marshall.
It's 105.
105, what's your DME and state?
Status 5.1, DME is... Ranges, DME is full wide.
Fly bullseye. Transition to the ball at 3 mile. Keep going forward, 104. Marshall.
5 calling one.
Roger ball. Drifting a little left on glide slope. Right for line. Right for line up. On center line on glide slope, don't settle. Filed.
Commencing state 4.5.
Marshall, last caller, say again.
200 commencing state 4.5.
Marshall, go.
Commencing state 4.6. Altimeter 29.74.
Keep going forward, 105.
200. Commencing state 4.6. Altimeter 29.74. Checking in 21 miles.
Marshall, off net, 2 mics.
Hey, I'm currently the only person coming inbound, so if you guys want to do your push times, feel free.
We already bailed out of the stack. We're diverting to Sakumi.
Altitude.
200 602, Marshall, back on that.
200, platform.
200, roger.
Marshall. I believe the Red Devil's diverted, Marshall. 603, show you as tanker fuel state. Are you hitting up Arco? Last caller, did you say Devil's diverted? That's A firm. Interrogative, all of them? I believe so. I think you just got CAG coming in right now.
Hornet Ball, state 3.9.
Roger Ball, line up left, little high. Right for line up, approaching glide slope. left, right for line up. You're lined up left, right for line up. Easy with it, you're high. Cut. Approaching glide slope. Little right for line. Right for line up, you're drifting left. Follow that. Marshall, if Devil isn't joining us, I believe that was the last recovery of the night. Roger, logging it.
You just stack behind.
Yes.
Right, so they didn't.
Yeah,
which you
it's a major
explained to them,
DCS.
but they didn't know that.
If the map was working in the airboss station, which it was, and usually you at least see the boat, and you sometimes see it's weird. So I know we've had it in our settings before. This is like a side tangent, but I know we've had it in our settings before that like our F10 menus can't see everybody else. You know, for the sake of like that would be easy mode, but the boat's been able to see them, but the boat couldn't even see itself on the F10 map, like the ones that you can like interact with in the airboss station. It couldn't even see
Right.
itself on there tonight, so I'm unsure if that's like a setting or something.
Can definitely look
The only
into it.
other tech thing I had tonight was I jumped in when I'm pretty sure it was the right jet, but it was I don't know, the loadout was configured fine, but I don't know if it actually had a DTC card because I had to manually go off what and I think actually Trip, I think you were in what was supposed to be my jet tonight if I'm not mistaken.
No,
It was the right slot. You were in the right slot, but it was like I think you might have been in 202.
Oh right, yeah, yep.
Because
Yeah,
it was
off.
like, yeah, it was.
The numbers
it was all
were
wonky.
off. Yeah.
I was having to constantly like change the buttons to whatever Trip had because Trip seemed like he had the card set up right, but mine didn't have a cartridge, so it didn't like hinder anything. It was just a simple case of changing radios once I moved to the net, but it was a little wonky. But I'm keen to see how it actually employment went from you guys and our guys because
Yeah, look,
it was nighttime and we had like no assessments whatsoever in the moment, other than like toward the very end.
Well, first things first. I did not know this, but with deck crew, you'd better get everything situated with weapons, helmet, everything, because once you start moving, you can't do it. So I left without night vision, so that was fun. So Holmes and I switched lead and two, so that I wasn't trying to fly form without night vision. So we move out to the tanker, tank up, and then we flow in. I looked at the F10 map and didn't like my approach towards the SA-10, so that's why we called out that time hack that we were going to flow a little bit more west.
Sure, and we did the same thing because the tanker took us that way anyway, and we were like perpendicular to it, so we ended up going out way west as well.
So Holmes had no TALDs. I did have TALDs. I don't know why they weren't shown. That's very strange, because they definitely left my jet.
You didn't pull a me, did you? And like sit on your own TALDs after dropping them.
I don't know. I'm gonna go back and rewatch my video because I swear I didn't have them on the pylon anymore. All right. Anyways, so I deployed what I thought were Talds, and then went down low level. We got spiked and shot at by a couple missiles right off the rip.
Oh yeah, a couple singers each. Very nice. Very good defense work as well, I'll say.
Yeah.
And not just because you beat them, like actually, like I can see the moves.
Yeah.
Beaming out, beaming again.
So he continues to get spiked and is weaseling. I'm coming in at about, I think it was about 100 feet, which is really scary with no night vision. I pulled at 7. I wonder if I should have waited and pulled closer, because that's what got me. So I'm curious where this went.
Let me see that again in real time. Like put it to like 1 times because I'm
Yeah,
curious.
you got it.
Wouldn't mind seeing that sequence again. Trying to pick out.
Okay, so shacked one of the radars.
Nice. Okay, so pop. I'm trying to see like which happens first, if they're on you like flies on shit, or if you do actually get the bomb off first. Okay, that's the launch.
Nope, I get the bomb off after they launch because I figured, oh shit, they're shooting at me. It's either gonna hit or it's gonna not, but I think I'm dead.
Out of curiosity, because we ran this a few weeks ago and we did it. Did you have it set to auto or did you have it set to like manual?
Auto.
Yeah, it was one mission, so it would definitely require more testing and a larger sample. But I found that if you set it to manual, it doesn't get hung up on your pickle and wait for like the jet to like catch up with like what's actually happening. You know, the computer. It's still, it's not like I don't. At least I don't think so. It doesn't, because I know you can drop JDAMs dumb, or is it? Or I got it mixed up. It's JDAMs you can't drop dumb, and then it's LGBs you can't. I can't remember. The point I'm making is that when it's in manual, I think it lets you kind of just say, okay, no, I want them off now. Trust me, I'm a little more ahead of you than speaking of the flight computer, when we did a low level a few weeks back.
Oh, very nice.
Was that your JSOW or?
No, that was Holmes's harm. His first harm.
Oh, nice.
Did you fire that in self-protect or pre-brief or TOO? Guess we will never know.
You're muted, Holmes, in case.
It's alright, yeah. No, it was self-protect on both of them, and then I lofted those 2 JDAMs before I got hit.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's really cool when it works, but I think these low levels are getting even more and more hard to survive.
Agreed.
I think, and it's unfortunate to say, but I feel like when we're doing with any sort of like SEAD stuff, we might just have to like, because I'm also thinking of like the human and the fun element here, but I feel like we just have to saturate it with arms, sometimes Talds if it's a more hard unit to suppress, and then it's just, SEAD is SEAD and then DEED is DEED, and try to mix the two. Sometimes you just don't get enough of either, especially the former. I feel like if we're gonna suppress like big SAM nets as well, not that this was like a particularly massive one, but grouped up with a lot of formidable SHORAD mixed with like long range SAMs, I feel like it's just gonna have to be like working with the 16s to suppress. If we want to get DEED done in the same night, it's gonna be suppressing and then destroying. Or if it's just a particularly big net and we just want to like run out of missiles and just like having like 16s and 18s working together on SEAD. Which I know the drawback of that is like it's a lot of people working together to do basically the same thing, so it's not covering as many bases, but yeah, some of these things are pretty wild. Oh, I just realized we just skipped completely over our engagement. I got my first harm off, thinking pre-briefed on an SA-10. I don't know if it hit.
It missed. It flew over here by the ships.
Yeah, I was yakking too hard.
I think the SA-10 site was effectively disabled at this point, because all that's left is the singular track radar.
Yeah,
yeah, you guys got
and
it.
I
So
and I made the call at this
pre-briefed
point
at
to
it.
start running it in a little bit because I get towels off in this run, and we decided to truck in. I mean, Trep had the exact same idea at the exact same time to keep trucking in, and because I realized about there halfway through the Wes, an SA-10 would definitely be fucking shooting at us if it could.
Okay, that one missed.
And then both of mine went for 11s. Shane's self-protect went for an 11. Or,
Yep,
excuse
that
me,
went for
Trip's
that 11.
self-protect went for an 11.
I saw that one at the T-Pod.
I think I launched on 2 different 11s, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I did just, like, ripple them off, like, right quick, so...
Yeah, I think you fired on this one back here, too.
Yeah, I fired it at least... if it looked how I think it looked when I was on the harm page, I definitely launched at 2 different 11s.
So there was 2 launchers here, and the snowdrift was over here.
Yeah, one of them was definitely sitting, like, right underneath a snowdrift. Which I think was the one on the right. I'm pretty sure. Is there not a snowdrift over here?
Okay, so you hit a launcher. No,
Oof.
there's only a launcher and, like, a refueler.
I wonder if it would have been better going for the snowdrift then.
Okay, so hit. Don't know if it was a full kill.
Yeah, I mean, I got out of dodge at that point. I was pushing 5,000, so... And I was Arizona and Beretta, so... Just pushed the tanker after that, and then this was just like the last... Make sure everybody gets Beretta.
Good job using those towels to cover your harm fire. And there goes the SA-2. So I come back from the grave at this point. I picked up...
So SA-10 definitely suppressed at this point. A couple of SA-11 launchers taken out. I think one of the SA-3s? Or the
This
SA-2?
is the only thing that's still active in terms of lethal. There is a radar that I shoot at with one of my harms towards the end.
Yeah.
I get this out on the clamshell because that was still emitting. Then circle back around and I go for the snowdrift, if I remember right. So shack over there, and then finally come back around for the SA-3 radar. So this is where it gets interesting.
And then unleash the fucking horde. Holy shit! Like I saw them on my SA page as we were flowing out. Like,
But
get out of that.
So the snowdrift is down, but there's still one launcher active that was not spiking me as I was flying around and around and around. And you see everybody else flies by, and I don't know if we had just drained it or what happened with this one.
I would anticipate if it's like one launch left, it's probably been drained. Because I think a few SA-11s did fire at a trip.
Well, it must have reloaded then.
Oof. I mean, that's possible. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, the Tomcat.
Maybe it did.
So it shoots down 2 or 3 people here, and I'm trying to gun run it because it's not actually emitting.
Oh. Man, you're lucky as shit. You flew right over it and it's still like busy on someone else. I don't know whether you should be insulted or relieved.
Agreed. So it gets Lou, and I'm pretty sure Spot gets away.
Why did the... Oh yeah, you told me why the Devil's diverted, because the AI comms are... Man, if I had the map in the Airbus station, I would have just started assigning people shit, and I would have been able to keep a rough eye. The only problem is because it's like metric on there, so it's like 10 kilometer boxes, but like that's like 6 miles, so it's not a hard thing to work out. all you have to basically see is who's ahead of who, and then like a 10-kilometer box is about 6 miles, so that's when you just make sure that they've got their bullseye. And then it's like a piece of piss.
So you guys all fly back. Anybody bolter?
Not that I'm aware of. I was the first down. I didn't see anybody bolter. I didn't have to call any misapproaches.